John in Overland Park, Kansas writes to me, my question should be right up your alley. Okay, I have both a Perfect Wave Power Plant 3 and a Perfect Wave Power Plant 10. I was hoping you could share with us the history of the power plants and their main differences during their continued movements up to today, and for any future developments that you can share. Oh, well, gosh, that's a interesting question. The history of the power plants. I don't know if we can see back here, but this is our museum back here, and there are multiple power plants because they started in 1997. So when I sold PS Audio in 1990, I moved my family to Vail, Colorado, and Arnie Nudell, the founder of Infinity and the person who designed these loudspeakers, we started a company called Genesis Technologies together in Vail. And that lasted about 7 years, and we had a falling out, which was unfortunate, but happens. And I bought back PS Audio. So any of you that have read my memoirs, 99% True, know some of this story. In fact, know quite a bit of the story. And when I took back PS Audio in 1997, I was starting fresh because the guys who had bought the company from it kind of, well, didn't leave it in the greatest of shape. So, I mean, I bought the name basically and had nothing. So Terry and I started out at home fresh. And I thought, well, I could just jump back into what we had done all along in all of these products back here, amps and preamps and CD players. But I thought, let's start out with something different. I want to change the world. That's kind of what I like to do if I can. So I thought, what's really needed? And I have for years been fascinated with AC power. I mean, from the very days, years ago, that we built these power supplies. I mean, look, here, I'll grab one. I don't know how much you can see, but see this guy here? This is the Power Sonic. And this is just a big transformer. It's an isolation transformer. And it helped. I mean, it hurt and it helped, but mostly it helped. But, I mean, this is back in, I don't know how many years ago, 30 years ago. So we've been into power and how power impacts, from big transformers to power conditioners, been into it for years, power cables, the whole bit. And I wanted to find out how all of this really worked, what really mattered. And what I narrowed it down to is impedance and regulation. So when I built the very first power plant, it was cobbled together from a big power amplifier and a sine wave generator. And what I discovered was, if you can regulate very tightly the AC power, you have low impedance, perfect regulation, so that when it looks for power, there is the full voltage without anything. And when you put a power conditioner in, that reduces that because you're putting something in series. A power plant does the opposite, okay? So I started building big power amplifiers with sine wave generators in it, and we called it the power plants. And over the years, we built a ton of those because they really revolutionized our industry. They really changed, and we fought many battles and did all of that. Anyway, I don't want to get too going on all of that. But at one point, we realized that there was a problem. Power plants were only 50%, on a good day, efficient. We were burning half of the energy up of the power plant into heat, and it limited the size that even a 110 volt, 120 volt plug could deliver. We couldn't make anything too big because we were burning half of it up in heat. So our chief engineer, Bob Stadther, came up with a way to use what's like a tracking power supply where the whole amplifier goes up and down. So we still convert it to DC, but now we use a means of limiting the voltage so that we get an efficiency of about 82, 83%, something like that. And that's the new power plants. That's the kind you can buy today. Are we working on new stuff? Yeah, we're always looking at new ways of doing things. And currently, that's what we do, because we get the same sound quality, but instead of 50% efficiency, we have like 82 or so percent efficiency. So that's the quick and dirty story of the power plant. All right, thanks for asking. Talk to you later.